5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's up, my people? We back at you again. It's your boy JB Stalin, aka Black Coffee, the realest hip hop show it is. Representing the Midwest, so you know what that means. We listen to everything from down south, East Coast, out west, and even some shit up in Canada.
What's up with it? It's your boy Drake. You know what it is, HipHop IQ, Connect KC, let's get it.
You already know it's your boy Ty. Still top 10 on your baby mama bucket list. And a couple of you niggas' wives too.
What y'all listening to?
Man, I just heard some Mozzie and Sue Surf.
That's
It
hard.
just surprised me, like, damn,
Yeah.
how they get together on that.
They got a whole project.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think Mozzie playing it smart. Sue Surf, that rap battle scene, he trying to get over there in that money on that level. We like, I don't think he's gonna be able to ever rap battle. Wow. But he trying to tap in with that crowd.
You think he trying to get over to the
He trying to get to that crowd. That's
just the crowd audience.
He building that bridge.
Yeah, he building that bridge. It's a whole different fan base over there. Cause when I seen it, I was like, oh, that was a smart play. Cause don't nobody go and do songs with them on that level. You know what I'm saying? And really shoot videos and do all that with them.
Yeah, they got a whole project.
Yeah, I believe Filthy was right. Mozzie was starting to decline, and he doing some stuff to stay relevant.
You gotta say relevant.
I mean, yeah, but no, because some of them, when I go back and look at Mozzie's videos, they are 4 or 5 million.
Yeah, but I don't.
You know what I'm saying? So
but I don't think he's still having that same like impact like he was there.
You know why?
Drop nothing.
You know, he been dropping shit.
He been dropping that. See, that's the exact point. He been dropping shit. He been dropping shit on top of shit.
But you know why? The new shit that he dropping, it ain't like the old shit. He getting too much into that lane where he needs somebody singing on the hook or that auto tune.
Commercial songs.
Keep it gangster, dog. That's what got you here.
But that's what everybody do. They try when they start getting a bigger crowd. They start trying to water it down to fit to that. Oh well, now I'm trying to get to these. I was in this room, peeking in this room, but such and such was in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's like James Brown and the blues and the singers, the rock and roll, like the black ones. That chillin' circuit, you get tired of that. But
yeah.
You get that one hit, and then it went to American Dance, and then you a whole different.
And I think he got a taste of that one again. And once you hit that,
which one? The one he had with that white group?
He probably talking about the one with Ty Dolla $ign, bro.
Ty Dolla.
That's what I'm saying. He peeked in the door, and now he probably trying to get back in the door, and ain't realizing like.
Because you get tired. All right, so right, you would probably book Mozzie for what, 10, 15?
Maybe 20.
Okay.
I'm not playing
you got the Tory Lanez and the people like that got hits and Ty Dolla, they 40 across the board.
Yeah.
So you like.
You know how much the baby getting?
Probably about 100.
125.
I can see it. Yeah, he hot.
And he said he going for 2.
Yeah, so if you want to book, if you want him to do a 2 flights in one day thing to make your event, he going for 2. Cause he's on Instagram, dude paying him 2.
He coming back here, I think next month.
You gotta milk it. When you high, you don't know how long you gonna be high.
We done seen a lot of good runs and they go out.
Yeah.
I actually listened to that Benny the Butcher and Smoke Dizza. That motherfucker's hard.
I gotta get on that.
And was it Westside Gun? He got a project out too. Hitler Wears Hermes 7. I only listen like 2 or 3 songs, but it sounds cool.
I've been on that NBA Youngboy.
Yeah, that go hard.
Yeah, that new one. Yeah, 18 with 1 feature. 18 with 1 feature, and he went to number 1.
Who's the feature?
And no interviews.
Who's the feature?
Quando Rondo, his own artist.
Okay.
With no
Saying the NBA Youngboy go hard.
Yeah.
Go hard.
You ain't never listened to him?
No, I know he go hard.
Oh, okay.
You saying a new project?
Yeah, the new project.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 18, no features except for your own artist. You went number 1, all on house arrest. Couldn't even do a press run. You gotta give it, and then the songs. It really is. I don't know where he's at today, but he probably still in the top 10.
That's like the baby. All the songs off his album charted, I think.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
That's that new thing with that streaming.
Yep.
That's a stream.
Have any of y'all listened to that Kanye?
No,
I did.
You did? You like it?
It's cool.
Cool.
Not bad.
I ain't listened to it.
I ain't listened to it. I meant to listen to it, but I didn't.
I wasn't in that mood when I tried to listen to
It's
it.
definitely a mood album.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna really ride around listening to it. It's just, I mean, as far as the culture, you'll listen to it. If you like Kanye, you'll listen to it. But he got some songs on there, man. That, you know, he got a song on there with Clips
That's
and Kenny G.
That's hard.
They go hard.
Yeah, that is hard.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Hard.
I heard about the one with the clips, and that was actually the one and that's probably the one I was gonna go just skip straight to because I just wasn't.
Go straight to it. Listen to that one first.
I also been listening. Yeah, and I think you said this last time. I've been listening to that Rich and DJ Fresh.
I'm hard.
I like that a lot. A lot.
I've been on and I talked about this off camera. I've been on that Dreamville kick, man, and I would sleep on it because I really wasn't checking for J. Cole. But when I heard Luke, I had to go back and listen to him. He hadn't dropped the album since I think his album dropped in 2017. The album still it goes hard. So yeah, go check that out. And then I came across a dude. His name is Collaborate. He's out of the Bay by way of Barkley. He go hard too.
Collaborate.
Yeah, Collaborate.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Go
listen.
hard. 23. He go hard. It's kind of like he's the type of dude to look out his window and he rap about everything he's seen versus somebody who rap about somebody they trying to be.
Right.
You know
So
what
he
I'm
like
saying?
Nas then.
It's like that real boom clap.
Yeah, like that painting a picture instead of trying to be
He
a
ain't trying to
picture.
be nothing
Yeah.
like he
Like,
is
nah,
me.
that's fun.
I did catch that too.
Yeah, like Nas.
That
Mix it up a little bit more than that.
that Guap Dad actually sounds good. Guap Dad 4000 Dior deposits. I was listening to that, sound good. Then the nigga got beat up, and I'm like, oh my.
Beat up by the biggest unknown superstar I have ever seen.
He gonna pull up on your ass and keep talking.
Yeah, he pulled up on me all he went to.
Festival.
That was the festival. And guess who was headlining? Russ. Russ was the headliner at the festival.
Beat you up, then you went on stage.
They went out on stage. It wasn't so crazy. They was showing the crowd and they was singing all of Russ's songs. And I was like, where is these fans at? Why don't nobody I know this nigga, man? Like, I've never.
Gotta get out for it.
Nah, man, that is not it.
Promotion.
It's not even promotion. He don't have a
He
song on
don't
the
get on. He ain't got no.
Who he says he not signed?
Well, he got the big features.
No, he's an independent artist.
Yeah, he got some features. He got some big features, and I think he independent.
He's independent.
He got Chance the Rapper.
Okay, so he got Chance on rappers. No, I'm saying not on his projects. Has he featured on anybody else?
Are you talking about Russ or Guap Dad?
Russ.
I don't know.
See, that's
I'm
what
talking
saying.
about Guap Dad. He independent. He got Tory Lanez, G-Eazy, Chance the Rapper, E40, Mozzie, Max O'Cream.
Some heavy. Max
He
O'Cream
might not be
got
independent,
That's hard.
Yeah,
That was on his album. They just put the video out. That's hard.
doing
You
that.
don't think he gonna listen to some
He
Max?
got all them 40.
Maxo, he go.
Yeah, he was
Yep, he a Crip out of Houston. I didn't know until just now that Rhythm and Flow has an album out.
Yeah, I seen it all.
It's all the songs that they created on the show.
I'm glad. Okay, how y'all feel about the show?
The 4 artists is dope. I think they did a good job being authentic to really pull some real dope artists out.
They did.
Yeah, I seen it on Apple. I just didn't. I wanted to go listen to D Smoke song that he did at the end again. That's the one when I seen that they had the actual album.
Yeah.
That's the song I wanted to go listen to.
That song hard.
All 4 of them go hard, but I wanted to see things in there too. Like she got.
Yeah.
I don't think she I don't know, but she didn't seem to be on the level of them.
She's
Like,
not.
Like going into.
This the thing with her, bro.
Yeah, further down the road, will she produce a song big like
The thing with her, to me, this is to me, because she can rap. So I think a couple days ago, she was on YouTube and she put out a song. It caught my attention because I had just told him to have his, him use that beat,
Right.
the Noriega Sometimes beat. She used that beat. So I listened to it and I'm like, I wasn't
She
really.
didn't do it no justice like that.
Nah, but she was on the show talking about, well, I ain't no battle rapper, but like, if it was a competition was to make a song, then I would have flourished. So I'm listening to the song, like, let me see. Bro, she didn't. Nah.
I don't think she's the fully.
That was her
I think she needs more artist development.
Yeah.
Well, you took this, like Flawless. Flawless probably been though, like you can tell.
Yeah.
But that show shaped him in the direction that he needed to be shaped in. You can tell he kind of aired.
King Los helped him a lot, bro.
Yeah, and he put him in that right route. Where,
Yeah, I think he wasn't never one to use his sex appeal now. Pause. But they kept pressing it on him throughout the show, like, you got an angle here.
Yeah, Puerto Rican pop.
Yeah, go Puerto Rican
sex
pop.
thing.
Yeah, Puerto Rican poppy and all that. He wasn't even trying. He trying to be this gritty rapper.
Yeah.
Man, you don't look like it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the smallest thing.
Did you see? I like how King Los helped. And I watched a little after show yesterday, and he was talking about, because I remember that episode, and he was talking about she had like 4 different songs that she had wrote in one song. It was like 4 hooks in there, and he like, you need to use this as the hook. He took it out of her verse. That's what Beans need. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I don't know if Beans was gonna be as receptive either.
And that's why some artists don't go past rapping for their
London B didn't want to accept it at first.
But she said I had to take it and do like they in a different level. If I'm at this level and I'm looking at somebody already at this level, you gotta know they know what they talking about.
Right.
They're not setting you up for failure.
And they not know exact. They are artists too.
Right.
They like to talk to some old Jewish dudes
Who don't know.
Yeah. I just want you to talk about big butts.
Yeah.
Right.
Nah,
That's a real rapper right here.
Yeah, and they trying to tell you like how to structure so you don't get lost. Cause I forgot who it was, and King Los came in there and was like, man, but you don't have a formula. You don't have a hook that nobody's grabbing. I forgot. It might have been what was the
That one dude from Atlanta.
yeah, and he kept telling him like
Troy, man.
Nah, the other one.
Yeah,
You
remember-
around before that.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I
saying.
think his name-
Caleb Colossus.
Yeah, Caleb
I
Colossus.
thought he got the furthest without really ever. I thought he skated by every time.
Man, I felt like he was. I don't know. He shouldn't have been that far along. Like
Yeah.
man,
He ain't even know Old Man Saxon.
Old man Saxon should have replaced him.
yeah, old man
Yeah.
Saxton. And I ain't gonna lie, the white dude from Detroit. I was like, man, they.
Sam Be Yourself.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
He was just good enough.
yeah, he was good enough for a white boy.
He probably a better producer, like AR type, because he had some cool ideas. And
Yeah.
but he didn't really spit hard. Toward
His image wasn't there.
Yeah.
It wasn't there. It just wasn't there. I want to give a shout out to G Dave from Kansas City, who was on that show too.
He was a producer.
Producer, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I seen it.
Shout out.
I seen KC had a lot of noise.
Yeah, he from KC.
Mhm.
I think that's the one. Ain't that the one that used to work with? I can't think. TDE them. Ain't that the one that's?
Oh, I don't know. Possibly.
I think that is him.
It's a few producers from Kansas City that's out there in Cali.
That's the thing that messed me up. Like having a good personal friend. I know big producers, but big name people. It ain't nobody popping out of Kansas City for the artists. And then it's a lot of people.
Nobody really named producers are the ones that's getting that check.
I know 2, big 3. I'll take that back. I know 3 producers. I ain't gonna put them on.
Yeah, I think I'm at least 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And I know one of them got Grammy. I went to elementary with him. He got Grammys for Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Went to elementary.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like, why come, and they ain't even put it on them, but it's like, why ain't a door or some type of
I
avenue?
think they're known within the music world, like within the, you go to this studio and they're gonna bring this producer, like people who rap, like people who do music.
Well, what he's saying is there should be a door opened by one of them from somebody from here.
Look at Jazzy, look at like not Jazzy Faye, but even Jazzy Faye at times putting.
Yeah.
He put Sierra on.
Yeah, you know, people he knew on.
He put Jody Breeze on.
Exactly.
He put Jeezy on.
Yeah.
We might not be in that position yet, though.
Man, these dudes is on.
These dudes, yeah, they really on. I don't know. Like you said, I don't want to put it on them. It might be something that we ain't seen behind closed doors. Like
They
got
might have
it.
tried.
Yeah, they might try it.
Yeah.
And guess what? We do have a badass stigma.
We got a stigma.
We got, we said at the same time, we got a badass stigma on us.
Yeah, that is true. But one monkey shouldn't stop no show.
No.
Yeah.
If you real from the heart, like I'm gonna put my town on.
Well,
I ain't gonna let no one. And
But
I'm
you-
from here, I know how these are.
Yeah.
You also got to look at this. Say from behind the scenes that they was working on something and then something happened, right? Let's just say they was trying to get somebody signed to Atlantic and the artist went to jail or whatever. Now
How many
people-
times has that happened?
that's what I'm saying. That just happened. That might just happen one time. But then after that happened, how many other people that done happened to just here that we
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And they might see the headline or hear about
At the
it.
same time, you got, like he said, he got a Grammy. So it's not like I'm gonna put you on. Like that's the different mentality we was talking about this last show. It's more like how much you gonna pay. Like how much you willing to pay these producers? They like he got a Grammy, bro. Like you're not going in for free.
Nah,
Nah, it ain't that. Yeah, what I'm saying is.
they should be able to turn a key.
They might not be the person doing it or be or signing,
But they should be able to point you.
that real.
Open the door to the
I
person.
might just tell G that time you in Kansas City, man, you need to go holler at this person.
Yeah, holler at
or
them.
I see T.I. next time you in Kansas.
Cause for real,
Yeah, I heard you
what
looking for
Jason was
artists.
saying, is true. But for real, if you walking somebody into Atlantic, you gonna get a bag some kind of way.
Yeah.
And if you don't, that's
Yeah.
on you.
It's on you.
But you gonna get a
If
bag.
you go sit down on any, well, like what we said before, consultant fee. There is a fee for this.
Yeah.
My time, if I come into Atlantic and I say, hey, look at this artist right here, woo, 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 this is an opportunity for y'all. And they trusted me with you, woo, woo.
And you know what
I
they
need
gonna
such
say?
and such for
And
this.
you know what they gonna say? How many people can he bring to a show right now?
Yeah,
If he do a show in the city right now, what can he sell out?
and I don't know that. I don't know about that no more. I don't know about
So
that.
then, you believing in that person, you either gonna go back and develop him as an artist, or you gonna be like, well, shit, well, I did everything.
Yeah,
That's what you just said. I know happens like that.
Yeah, or they gonna
It
put.
ain't gone, like,
Oh, you like you said, you put them in artist development, and then some of them find out that, all right, you being the main artist ain't the great look. But guess what? There is other jobs in this industry that get you paid. You have a hell of a pen.
But just like
I
on
know,
that,
I know somebody that messed that situation.
but just like on that
What,
show.
a writing situation?
Yeah, like,
God.
a few, I know a few.
Like,
They don't want to be in front. I was like,
everybody, that's the thing. There's too many chiefs and not enough
like, I
Indians.
already tried, but I'm like, still, bro, these niggas in other places putting out groups and not every, man, like, what's the one whack ass dudes from, the clips used to hang around? Like Ab Lava and all them dudes, and man, them dudes was,
Homeboy Sandman, it's a few of them.
come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got their chance. They just won. Like one didn't work, so I ain't messing with nobody.
Right.
They was like a whole, you know,
Squad.
what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm like, come on.
There's been a few squads now that you said where maybe one even had the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But they got it. They turned their key. They turned the key when they opened the door for a lot of people. Because let's just be honest. If we go over the history of a lot of artists that done came out, a lot of people shouldn't have had a fucking chance in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
But they made noise though, and that's what I think it's about. I think it's about you making noise first.
Man, the babies and artists
But
stuff.
it's always that.
Yeah.
It's always,
Make-
it's always make noise.
Ain't
But
nobody
if I-
gonna come and
but-
get
but
you
if-
if you
but
make- if you
all I'm
make
saying
it
is,
work.
just because I'm making noise, you got the opportunity to make my noise. You could
No,
turn the speakers
yeah,
up,
you can
like-
turn the speakers up. Cause I be making noise and the neighbors can hear it, but you about to make the whole block hear it. You know what I'm saying? You
Like I
about
said,
you,
E40, he'll put on his new, like probably the last 10 years, he didn't put on artists that everybody
Yeah,
you ain't never knew him.
yeah, the one dude
They
that was
wasn't
doing
making no noise
the
out
one
there.
little dude that was on his last press run for his last album. Well, all he had to do, I grew up on Magazine Street too. I'm like,
Nefta Pharaoh.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that's hard.
but I'm just saying, he got on a national format from being from the hood that he might be with it. Took 10 years for him to get to that point.
Yeah.
40 done sped your timeline up.
Who
Now
know who 40 years? Who don't know who 40 years? So just based off his word.
that's what I'm
people
saying.
go check
But you
for
got
it.
people in the
Like,
industry.
based off this producer's word that we've never seen. Like how many people? Like I know y'all do, but how many regular people would go and see who produced the album, see who the producer is on the track?
Not like, yeah, people don't do that like they used
But
to.
look, so you know, y'all heard of Turk Talk?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you know him through E40, I bet you.
Yeah.
You letting on Turk Talk.
That's his cousin.
I know.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know what? Matter of fact, it's one song, Hubba Rocks, he had with Mac Dre. One of my favorite songs. Besides that, I used to turn the whole CD off. I like, he had one song, but like you said, the only reason I knew about you was E40.
But see, you also got to look at this. Some artists, maybe Nefta Pharaoh is cool where he at, and he don't want to get big. Some people, I've been listening to a lot of interviews, and I've been seeing a lot of people say stuff like, bro, I don't want to be super, super famous.
Right.
Like, I don't want to not be able to walk to the store or go to the barber
I
shop.
want to sit down and eat my meal without having to take pictures.
Everybody don't want to be as famous as the Baby and Cardi. You know what I'm saying?
But man, people don't even get features. Name an artist out of here that got a feature on at least somebody's album.
Somebody big album.
Name one.
It's only one.
Don't say 10.
That's what I'm saying. It's only one.
Well,
And-
I was going to say that he features people on his albums from here.
Nah, he done been featured too. He's been featured.
No, I'm saying, like the question that he's asking.
No, I ain't talking. Yeah, because anybody, if you got a bag behind you, you can go get a Mozzie verse or such and such.
Yeah,
verse.
no,
I ain't
I'm
talking
saying-
about that. I'm talking about the other way around.
Who
They come to get you to feature.
And that's what I'm saying. Tech puts local artists
Now,
on.
besides that,
Yeah, but other than that, only Rich probably and Tech.
right. that's-
Yeah, and you know what?
Oh, that was years
And I don't feel like they count.
Yeah, that was
Because
years ago.
no, they still doing it, but I'm saying they don't count
The
it.
same veterans from when we was in middle
Yeah,
school.
yeah. Mitch May came out when I was in the 6th grade. that should not. They have so much season in this game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tech was signed to QD3.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He was on the same label with Michael Jackson at one point in time.
Right.
He's in a different lane.
Yeah. Right.
Rich is the original Jeezy and everybody, Yo Gotti.
Yeah.
He was rapping about dope.
I think if I rap, bro, I don't think I go and I don't think I want to rap so somebody else can put me on.
I get
You
that.
see what I'm saying?
I get that.
I'm gonna put myself on.
But you,
I'm
but
gonna go hard, bro.
I
Put
feel
myself
you.
on.
I
Then
feel
somebody
you. But we talking about Rich and Tech.
yeah.
I feel you. But
they put themselves on.
But bro, Rich and Tech. I
yeah,
can just go
That's a
down
whole
the road. Shit, I can just go down the road saying, what was only 2.5 years?
Yeah, but they put themselves on, bro. Like the city was, they start backing them. You know, once
The
they
industry start back. That means
Yeah.
you don't even heard about nothing from you.
No,
Right, but he got a shot because St. Louis had a
because
Yeah,
the door was somebody opened that floodgate.
yeah, and that's what we saying.
Yeah.
We just saying somebody opened the floodgate for
We
us.
still talking about Rich and Tech.
We still talking about
Still.
we still talking about them as the only two that we know without a doubt is known nationally. Hold on, let's take that back. We got another one, guy, you know, rest his soul, but Fat Tone. But
Yeah.
look where
That
he's
song was on, still didn't get the opportunity
to go where he could have went with us. But he was in, but he was, but he was the only other one that was
But you
even.
didn't see, even when Fat Tone was at his hottest, you didn't see no industry person calling him like, hey, I want a Fat Tone verse
Right.
Yep.
on my album because you so hot in that region. I want a Fat. You see what I'm saying?
Just
That's
Sebo.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bo is nothing.
But I'm
Might
saying,
as well be from Kansas City.
yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Like, for real,
Who's close right now? Who's close? Like who's right there? Like all they need is a city hit. Like
Delio was.
City is-
Delio was.
Like right now.
Delio.
Elio was.
And now he in jail. So
Ron was.
he went to jail.
DV was. 2 Guns was.
Who else out there?
That I'm saying that's who was right there at that peak where you could see that they had it, but they never
I
got
thought
the chance.
Evie was when him and Brandosius
Yeah.
they hit. I'm like, they right there.
Yeah,
One more of these and they should be out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's just always, I guess that's what we saying.
It's the same formula, and that's why I said it just.
I mean, even old boy like Roy Fresco.
Yeah.
I ain't seen no. I mean, he probably do got some
Yeah.
features with other artists,
But they ain't pushed out there like that.
He got I think I don't know if he's on. I know he got features with like Kid Ink and all that on his stuff, but I don't know how that even works.
So that's my point. Like these producers that's out in the industry, they don't even. At some point, like people outside the industry don't be like. I mean, outside the city, don't be like, I need to get a Kansas City.
But that's like taking.
They don't look at it like that.
They don't want to take a chance on
That's what we saying. The stigma.
I'm like some artists like a Drake that just take a chance on the Block Boy JB.
Yeah.
Or Migos. He didn't know him.
Yeah, he took a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cause Drake.
Migos was making noise, but Black Boy JB.
That's cause Drake's smart though. You know.
He know what he keeps tapped in.
Yeah.
Even though you don't think he's tapping in, he's tapping.
Tapping in.
Yeah, I think he's one of the people that sits around and be on YouTube 24/7, tapping in, seeing what's coming up, what's hot, and you know what I'm saying.
Then you also got to think about this. Drake move around a lot, probably more than anybody else. So when he in these other cities, what's popping right now? What's on the radio? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that goes back to what we talked about before. We have no radio support for our artists.
Yeah.
We have no radio support. You come to a town, it's all about what promoters you hook up with, on what artists they gonna tell you that's popular.
Right.
Well, all the artists y'all just said, can you put them on the radio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delio, I know Ron probably go on the radio.
Yeah. Ron was on the radio.
Dalio could have definitely been on the radio with a few of them songs. He didn't even have that many cuss words on a couple of them.
What we were talking about.
But
The content now
That's
is.
what I'm talking about. Was
But they talking about that on the radio all day long.
yeah, they talk about the same shit.
I pop out at your party, I'm with the gang. Shots gonna hit your body, then hit your brain. That's on the radio.
We don't get our fair shot.
It's the melody in, because it's a melody.
Because most people don't know what he's
You know what I
saying.
mean? It's
But
a melody to it.
it's in there. The
I feel
content.
like this though.
Hey,
If we stay back with our original sound, I know everybody like the music is universal, but if we stay with our original sound, it'd be like when No Limit came and when Cash Money came.
You know what?
The whole world had to adapt to it. It was like it really took.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
9,000.
Just yesterday, I was listening to Cameron's interview on Rap Radar, and he was talking about when he started Dipset. He said his thought process was people on his block used to argue about who was their favorite in No Limit. For one, that shocked the fuck out of me because I didn't know East Coast was on No Limit like that. And then he said, no matter what, because everybody used to argue like, well, Mystikal's mine or Soulja Slim the hardest. He said it don't matter who the hardest, the money's all going back to the same place. He said, so that was his thought process of Dipset. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it shocked me because I'm like, I didn't know East Coast.
Think about how different Dipset sounded to a No Limit beat.
Yeah.
Nowhere, but they own it because it's like food. You ain't gonna eat fried chicken every day. You
Right.
want some.
Right.
And that's what I was about to say. I agree with you on the Kansas City artists. I see too many Kansas City artists switching up to try to get trendy and shit.
some people do, bro, but most Kansas City artists, man, it's just in your face. Like it ain't no melody to it. It's just straight.
And that's what
nippers, just like in your face.
But if you stay to that, that's
what I'm saying. Like that's the sound. Like you gotta support your city. That's the sound.
That's us. That's who we are.
Sometimes I hate to say it, but sometimes I hear people say, man, I don't like that they sound like they from here."
And that's who we are.
That's the same thing they said to Master P though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Think about this. Chicago came out.
They said the Juvenile.
But some reason around here, they hear that and they want to switch it up. They want to try to do what they seeing in the industry instead of keeping it true. Cause think about this: what if Chicago rappers didn't stay on their drill time? Everybody.
That is a great point. Right?
If they didn't stay on their drill time when they was making them home videos, L.A. Capone and all them Lil Durk and them videos, if y'all go back
they was right there, right there.
Yeah, like if you go back, if they didn't stay to their real sound and stay true to themselves, who would even listen? And now you got the whole world saying ops. They was the first ones talking about their 30s and this and that, riding with the ops and you know what I'm saying?
But to be for real with you, they stopped.
But they stopped, but I'm saying they got on.
I know what you're saying in the beginning.
Yeah,
but they should have never stopped though.
That nigga Chance took over. That's what happened.
Well, after they stopped,
Jay-Z
because they all start coming up, and then when they all start coming up, they start getting more money, and almost all of them moved out of Chicago.
Yeah.
So they ain't in that environment no more, and then Dirk start auto tuning and
singing. They did what Mozzie was.
Yeah, Chief Keef. He just do
But
what.
then how do you get an authentic Chicago feel if I live in LA now? And I'm, for the last year I've been staying there nice.
You gotta tap in.
Because I
agree.
Because I told you
I
on
think
that.
G Herbo was the only one that kept going.
Oh, G Herbo's still hard.
He
G
kept
Herbo
going with
still
that
got
sound.
that
His music changed a little bit from when he first.
same. A little bit,
But he's still hard though.
He's still hard.
He didn't go all the way left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had, like I said, he's
Like
still.
you said, chop music. I mean, drill music. What was that? The producer was Chop.
Yeah, Young Chop.
It wouldn't be if he was like, I'm gonna go chase and sound like whoever's hot right now.
I think
wouldn't get that
sticking
drill
to your sound,
Yeah.
like especially if you're in your city and you doing hip hop, doing music, whatever. Sticking to your sound is what make it authentic, and that's just what's gonna bring those people, like the producers, here to say, hey, we need this person right here on the feature because they sound
We
different.
started a conversation saying we got the producers though.
We got the
We
producer.
probably got 10 producers that's in the industry.
That's in the industry
good
making
credits
noise.
on some major
I like
artists.
to hear how they think about their city.
How y'all
I like
feel?
to hear how they think about.
But you gotta think about this too. They moved up out of here. A lot of most
They
of
not
them.
tapped in.
They not.
Like you said.
Like how Chicago happened. They done lost the sight. They not here, so they don't have that feeling.
They still doing, niggas is still rapping like that.
Yeah.
How y'all
Like,
feel about who won Rhythm and Flow?
he was the best one to win. He was deserved to win.
He was supposed to.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Only.
argue with it. Wasn't no politics involved. Like you watch some shows, you like, man, he alright.
You know what though? I don't even want to say this because I like dude. I like him a lot. He can rap his ass off, but he sound like Kendrick. Like even his voice sound like when he just talking. So I can't even be mad at him because he ain't trying to sound like
And you
Kendrick.
gotta look at the age.
He from LA.
And he older.
And he,
It's the sound of the city.
No.
Yeah. He
like
I think he just. Yeah. He
You don't think it's
you gotta look at, you gotta
Kendrick don't sound like he from LA, so you can't say that.
the way he rhyme, he don't sound like he
Kendrick? Fuck no.
Like he ain't basic. He not basic like the LA basic sound.
I'm just saying,
That's
like,
like
if you just heard a Kendrick song and he ain't saying nothing about gang banging in it,
Right.
you wouldn't know he was from LA.
That is true.
He don't sound like,
when
and
Kendrick
like I
first
said,
came
I
out.
didn't even want to
But
say
here's
it.
the other thing,
Hold on,
though.
no, it's just like you hold like Chief Keef and
Well, I would say
Chance.
this. No, I would say this.
Both of them from Chicago.
He don't sound like he from nowhere though. That's why Kendrick is good. That's
Yeah.
why D Smoke good.
Yeah.
Because you can't say where he from.
Yeah. So he can be able to move
You know what
around
I'm
until
saying? He don't sound like he from nowhere.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
until he
like,
starts doing
Like I said, I like him a lot. I didn't even want to say it, but I just wanted to.
Yeah, that's the first thing I felt. Like,
Yeah.
remind me of Kendrick. So
And then even when he talked, like when he doing his interviews, they got damn near the same voice. So I can't be mad at him like he's trying to sound.
Kendrick Lamar songs for the last 10 years.
Hey, he said he been writing in the industry. They said when they was on Sway, one of them,
Nah,
they did him and Floss.
He was signed him and Serge's brother. Did you know that? Sir. Yeah, Serge's brother.
Get outta
His
here.
blood brother. Yeah.
For real?
Yes.
Did your research.
He was on
Sway in the morning. He done did a
he
few
was on
interviews.
Big Boy and they was
Yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah.
And he said that him, Sir, and damn, it's another dude that's a singer right now.
They all related.
No, they was all in a group when they was kids. They was a singing group, and they had got signed to Disney or something. And then whoever signed them ended up dying. They manager basically, and then they kind of disbanded. But it was him, Sir, and it'll come to me. It was another dude.
But he said him and Flawless when they was on Sway, both threw out there like, yeah, we've been around for a minute, been writing for people in this industry, and people will never know. Like, I've been getting to the money, like they just been waiting for their spot. They been humble.
You know who I didn't like on the show? I was so glad when she got kicked off. Big Mouth Bo.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
He said I was so glad.
I was so happy, bro. I didn't like her, bro. Her whole ever since that when they got in that little argument backstage.
She remind you of an artist you don't want to put no money in.
Yeah, it didn't even make no sense.
Chicago, she
just wanted the action, and it looked like she was just, I don't know. Then that video was so weird to me. I was like, what?
Yeah, it went dark, didn't it?
Yeah, like where I didn't
that shit was trash.
Like I don't even, you talking about I wanted to show y'all my city. I didn't see shit. I didn't see shit.
We seen the side of the church
wall.
Good
though.
Stupid. And a big ass you know what I'm saying?
Waterfront. I was like, she sucked.
It started off real good.
But you know what?
That feel to it.
But that goes back to you telling me that Chicago don't switch that much, or do y'all think Chance really weeded out all the drill rappers? Because they did not have one drill rapper.
Nah, when he was picking rappers in Chicago, he kind of,
I didn't see. I mean, unless they edited it, I didn't see nobody with a drill sound even get up there.
Yeah, that's why I didn't see not one.
I think girl, but she disappointed me. She got up there.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think she was
Sasha
in her
go
natural.
hard.
So I don't think they was letting Sasha do her natural, cause she was even fumbling like, God damn. I'm like, you are been doing this shit for a while now.
Yeah.
I know who you are. Why are you getting nervous on the stage and shit? You know what I'm saying? You should have been in the tops running.
She had to do a new song, though, right?
She had to do a new song when she was trying out, and I think that maybe they was telling her.
And expose it. Nothing against her, because I thought she was dope when she did her first part, when she did her original song. That was her song. But working in the industry, me and old boy went down to Nashville one time.
Yeah.
And the producer we was working with do stuff for Rick Ross. So he was he'd play, get in there and do something. And old boy was right now, because he used to penning and writing and penning and maybe taking a day or two. But he's like, nigga, you ain't got a day because I need a verse right now.
You gotta be ready.
I better be ready to go right now.
That's basically what the show
Yeah,
that's why I said the best artist is there, man. The one
who was ready to go and be able to weed out quick, because you moving around and somebody sends you a verse I need this back, I got a project.
Who video y'all think represented them the best?
I ain't gonna lie, London Bees was hard.
London B and D Smoke.
Yeah, D Smoke. I rather Feeling Flawless video.
It was cool, but it was
like they said, it was like some
Under Armour commercial.
I was motivated to go work out.
Yeah, like that, but I wasn't. It wasn't.
It's not nothing I would have looked at all the way.
It was
something you already seen before.
Yeah, it reminded me of some LL Cool J in the '90s shit.
D Smoke, he put you there. He put you in in our culture and Latino.
Oh, Boy's video was the worst one. It was even worse than Big Mouth Bo's, I think. Ali Tomanique or whatever.
I don't even know how he made it that far. He did another one. I was like, he's slide.
Well, the one with that bad hair.
Yeah. That's him. He the one that was dancing in that white box. Yeah. People just kept coming in.
If it would have started off like that for
man, they had a budget.
And then switched to something else.
This wasn't your city, was it? I couldn't even tell you was in the desert.
Hey man, he had a budget, and that nigga said, guess what? I'm keeping this shit. I gave him a budget. That nigga said, I'm still. He said, spend this on what? We got to go right here in this fucking box.
So we already know it's gonna be a season 2. Do y'all think they're gonna switch up the judges?
Nah, they
I
ain't
hope
gonna.
not.
I don't think they're gonna switch up the judges. What they gonna switch up is how they go about it. I think they're gonna do some more pulling up to cities
Yeah.
now because now they got a whole. They got a whole, and I think they're gonna go international.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think they gonna switch up the judges based off what city they go to.
Yeah,
And that's what I mean by like,
But like, what if they go to?
I mean,
They won't go to the same cities.
Yeah.
They
I
not
got a
gonna go to
feeling-
the same city.
Yeah.
I got a feeling they gonna rotate the
But
judges.
they didn't do it in Miami, did they?
Yeah. No.
Nah,
They
they
didn't do it in
go
Houston.
they go to
They
places.
went to regions.
Yeah, and then if you close, you gotta drive there to the audition.
So that makes more sense.
But like I could see next year, season 2, if Megan Thee Stallion still hot, she can take Cardi's place. I don't know who would take T.I.'s place.
You have to get like a Jeezy or somebody.
It just, somebody that's
Depends on where they go. Joe Budden might be on there,
But he ain't got no artist inside.
but he relevant.
he was for real. I think he was supposed to be on season 1.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
As far as a judge,
But as
he
far as
not
a judge-
relevant as far as judge.
No, bro. not outside of the hip hop world. Like T.I.'s relevant outside of the hip hop
Yeah,
world.
T.I.
Chance is relevant outside of the hip hop
T.I. Guess what? T.I.
Cardi B relevant outside
T.I.
the
Cardi
hip-hop world.
and T.I. Cardi and Chance got one thing all in common. White people love them.
That is true.
White people love them. So guess what? I don't see them
You think
shaking
white
it.
people love T.I.?
Fuck yeah, they love T.I. 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 couldn't get the movie.
Them the only people
Hey,
that
listen,
big ass
T.I. couldn't get the whack ass movie roles he gets if to white people that love him. Like
He
that
was
one-
just in Dolomite.
Yeah, he did good in that. But that one with him and Jamie Foxx, that shit was whack.
What movie was that?
Oh yeah.
When they was dirty cops and they kidnapped Jamie.
Kidnapped Jamie.
That's crazy. I forgot about
Yeah,
that. It was just a stupid movie.
yeah, it was a horrible movie.
I forgot about that. Let's not forget he was in Ant-Man.
He was in
Both of them.
Both Ant-Mans. Guess
what
what?
I'm saying.
That's a whole different
That's a
base.
different check, right?
Yeah.
There's a whole different base. That's Marvel.
Yeah.
I remember David Banner saying, he was like, look, I produced, y'all was wondering why I stopped, I ain't put out a lot of music. He said, man, the movie checks is real. Like,
Yeah.
you pull up, music, you gotta wait for it to sell, you gotta do shows.
Mm-hmm.
That movie check might be $250,000 right then and there. Here go your $250,000 right
There you go. You already done. You already done made it.
Yeah.
And that movie makes 60 million.
And you might get some
Right.
points.
Royalty.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
some
man,
points
I
on
missed
that.
out on.
Yeah.
Have y'all been watching Power?
Yeah. I watched the latest episode.
What you
You
about to ask?
want me to give y'all my prediction now? So then when it happens, y'all be like, damn, I'm a genius.
What'd you say?
Go
You
ahead.
want me to give you my prediction now on who shot Ghost?
Who?
So y'all can know, and then y'all gonna be like, he's a genius.
Who?
It was something to do with his daddy. He killed his daddy. That drug deal scene and all that. There's not a low budget actor they had in there playing who he brought that his daddy's building from. And the whole scene and all that and that history that they were not talking about. Then when him and Tommy got shot at, it was an old black dude.
Oh, boy.
And they just walked off and left it alone. It's something to do with his daddy and him talking about, him calling the cops on the drug dealers. He was calling the cops on his son.
That's what I thought too.
Kane and them and all
Yeah.
that back in the day. And it all done came back full circle.
That's what I
When he
thought.
showed back up around.
It was an old black man on the ground.
Yeah, it was an old black man on everybody.
And he looked like he knew him.
When he looked at him, he was like, what the fuck? He kind of went about it. And nobody paid attention to that. Everybody, all
Y'all ain't
that.
seen Power by the time this dropped. This y'all fault.
Yeah, if y'all ain't seen Power, and then when this come out, and y'all realize that I'm telling y'all, like there was little shit that they honed in on, but they didn't hold on. All
I
them-
said that when I was watching it, when he was talking to it, that dude was his uncle. And his uncle was like, yeah, I told your daddy not to call the police.
Yeah, and all
And
that.
I was like, his daddy probably called the police on them.
Yeah, it was Kanan and all them.
Tommy and Ghost,
Yeah. Then I went to go live with Tommy. You left the neighborhood
Yeah.
to go live with Tommy and never came back to your dad's building.
Yeah.
All this that you had set up for you. You the one that killed your dad.
Yeah.
You killed your dad.
So
and
you
that,
saying all that to say such and such killed Shot Ghost.
yeah, he, the old man that was in that he bought the building from.
His uncle.
His uncle, so-called uncle. He took that check. Cause all that walking up, with all them walking up, come on, man. That was some one.
No, I ain't
Tariq.
saying that. That's That's what I'm saying.
If Ghost killed his daddy, maybe Tariq.
But that's when it comes full circle. Tariq was the only one that else makes sense. But I see what it's about to be. I used to watch soap operas at my grandma's house back in the day when I was a kid for the summer. I had to watch General Hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's the other one? All My Children. I seen this storyline before.
Yeah.
I seen this storyline before. I see this plot
All too
twist.
familiar with this.
Yeah.
I see the plot to it.
Yeah, whenever they got a well-known, just like Jesse's gonna come back. When Keisha's baby daddy that Tommy dropped the son off to, that's fucking Jesse. They don't put no well-known actor for no look. Like they showed Kendrick, yeah, that was a big deal for Kendrick.
Yeah.
But when they put a well-known seasoned actor, they usually come
Who
back.
is Jesse?
Jesse,
What's his last name?
the one that spoke out that does all the activist stuff. That they
got beat up and for going to go get Subway.
no, not the gay dude, not just Juicy.
Not Juicy Smollett.
Not Juicy.
He the activist dude. He do like BET.
Yeah, he's the activist, Jesse.
I can't.
Williams, I think it's like Williams.
That's what I want.
But he's the one that when Tommy dropped that baby off, dropped the son off, that's who that was. And I was like, he gonna come back around too. If y'all ever just watch any show, like if you wanna watch Law and Order's Special Victims Unit, and you start at the beginning, you wanna know who did it, look at the actor that you've seen before. It's gonna come out to be.
Get more scenes.
Yeah, he got to get something. Like, I know the recipe. I told you, I used to watch all this.
Soap opera kid.
Yeah, I used to watch them. Yeah, like, I used to watch them all the time with my grandma, like, and I used to be like, oh, I'm starting to pick up on this. Like, they're not dead. Okay, they're going to make this come back around. I see it.
Yeah.
So,
Jesse Williams.
Yep, Jesse Williams.
Y'all watch Godfather of Harlem at all?
They gave me the 2 free shows. And now I gotta get
They did me like that too. But my cable just sent me an email talking about they taking stars away and just giving me epics instead come December the 10th.
Who you got, Xfinity?
But now I got Xfinity. But now I gotta now I'm gonna have to pay for the Stars app to watch Power when it comes back.
Yeah. Or you can just get a Fire Stick.
Finale supposed to be what? How long we got wait on this?
January the 5th.
January 5th.
Oh, that's too long.
Yeah,
Or you can just get a Fire Stick.
You know, I got Fire Sticks at the house. I just don't be liking when they be lagging. Whenever they lag, I get frustrated.
Yeah, it depends on which app you're using, but
Yeah, I get frustrated. Like I want to watch what I want to watch.
now
That one, like it showed me, like it shows you how much power he had, but it shows you how much power Malcolm X had.
Oh
Yeah.
that
Hey, but you know what? You know what I realized last night?
I've never seen. I wanted to watch.
It's
it, man.
dope.
What's the plot, man? So
It's about Bumpy Johnson.
You seen what's the other movie? You seen Hood, right?
Yeah.
You remember
That's
the
it.
Fishburne character? It's kind of based off. Well, not kind of. It's based off.
Yeah,
real
Bumpy Johnson.
Real Bumpy Johnson.
And then
But you-
what's the other movie?
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
Frank Lucas.
Frank Lucas. Remember
But-
the guy in the beginning?
Put him in there too.
Nah, but just
Remember
show
he's
me.
supposed to be the driver for the big
Bumpy,
That's
Bumpy
Bumpy
Johnson. That's Bumpy Johnson. He came up under Bumpy, and it's crazy because I got in an argument when I was in prison when American Gangster was coming out, and niggas didn't know. And I was like, yeah, he used to work for Bumpy, and this and that. And nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't know what the fuck. He didn't work for Bumpy. That nigga's not that old. I was like, yeah, he did too. It was whatever. Then when the movie come out, everybody wanted to kiss my ass. Talking about, oh, you was right. Motherfuckers called reading. Like,
I'm gonna tell you what I realized last night, and I almost put it on Facebook, but I didn't. Swiss gonna end up being one of the best producers of all time
he already is, and people don't realize.
because that show, like the way he scored that shit,
it's
like
hard.
the intro song is fucking hard.
Yeah, but that's why I said he really is on the low, and people don't even realize it because he been doing a lot of stuff. He just don't be worried about having his name out there. Like
he see real money. He know a score gonna give him way more money.
And the way he did it, and the way he said he did it, the way he said he did it was so dope. It's some shit that I probably would have tried to do too. Cause you know how people write songs for movies or TV shows, but they just write about whatever they usually write about. He said whatever scene that he wanted their music to be in, he had that shit playing in the studio while they was recording their song. So like the intro, if you really listen to the words, it matches the fucking show. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on in this
It's
city.
hard. You write the score hard on it.
Hard as a motherfucker.
What was that set? The 40s, 50s, or 60s?
Something
But
like
you
that.
It still feel relevant as a mother. You know what I'm saying?
Then they had a whole episode about the numbers game when the numbers runner and shit. I think that was like episode.
Don't say 3.
5.
Ain't past 2, man.
It's like 5, 4 or 5.
The first 2.
Yeah, the first two. That's why they gave them.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that.
They knew what they was doing when they gave them first.
It's hard though.
Who got it? Y'all got epics.
Right.
That's y'all call.
You let me get your login.
Y'all finished Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mad it went off.
Yeah.
I'm binge watching.
Yeah,
I've been saving it for y'all to tell me that it was over with.
It's the
So I can
60s.
sit
Oh,
there
you
and
watch
watch
it.
it.
Watch
Yeah.
60s.
Huh?
60s.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be another season.
Got to.
Wu-Tang, oh yeah, they gonna take that as far as they can,
Yeah,
bro.
they gonna run it as long as
Yeah,
they
them
can.
hard,
See,
man.
and I like how it ended with the phone call
Yeah, it was hard, bro.
from the lady.
Yeah, that's a hard series, man.
What y'all think about Gucci Man might be ending the Breakfast Club?
I think he did.
You think he really did?
The last show was with
Angela
what?
ain't been on there, but she on tour though.
No, she was there with
That's what they tell you now.
she was there for Gilligan, wasn't she? It was just her and Charlamagne.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? All 3 ain't been there.
That might have been pre-recorded though. But yeah, she on tour. She doing a podcast tour for Lip Service. But she did.
I first heard of Angela Yee do lip
Joe
service.
Budden them do it all the
Lip
time.
service been around since like 07, man.
Nigga, we gonna be going on tour pretty
But
soon.
do y'all feel that Charlamagne was wrong for doing that interview? Let's just keep it real.
But doing the interview,
Yeah.
I don't think he was wrong for
that's
it.
what he do. Is do
Yeah,
interviews.
he started off doing.
She ain't even mad about that though. She
She
mad
about him
about
calling them bitches.
and he just laughing it off. You know what I'm
He in
saying?
the interview.
He was supposed to.
What he supposed to do?
2 things.
What would you
What he supposed to
do?
do? He in a professional setting, one, and he trying to maintain. But it's Charlamagne the guy, like he ain't even tripped when he got jumped. He ain't about to do nothing no Gucci, man.
When Fredro Starr said I smacked the shit out of
He
him.
didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
He laughed it off. He
That's
said,
my God.
"He
Like
you gonna give me all
I feel like
Birdman came up there, he laughed it off.
That's
You know
what I'm
what
saying.
it is?
Yeah, laughed it off.
He maneuvered the situation.
I
You know
feel
what
like
it is?
it's
A lot of
selfish.
people when they uncomfortable, they laugh. My son do it all the time.
Right.
Like if he don't know what to say or he feel like, you know what I mean?
That's
Like
what I'm saying. It's selfish on her part for somebody who's now if his character was in all them other instances, jump down right back on the person.
You expecting him to do
expect him to do something.
After the interview,
This is a dude who don't ever do nothing. So
yeah,
why
you
expect him to
expect
do
you looking
something?
for something from somebody that you never seen out of them before. So if you was doing the interview, talking about you could have placed cut and told him to stop all that or in the interview.
He don't do it for himself.
And he don't do it for himself. Why the fuck am I gonna do it for you? This nigga he just said when he see envy,
he
he gonna
said
smack
let it
him.
run. Let it run.
You know, let-
Nah, bro. Niggas is out here getting paid off podcasts on tour.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
We'll
they
be on
were
tour next year.
yeah,
Y'all
we'll
keep
be
it.
touring soon.
on the podcast.
Our tour coming soon. Be on the lookout.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.